Welcome again, viewers. So today I'll be taking you through an overpass design. With me here, I have an alignment, and for this alignment, I've created a profile. This is the profile. So the profile is showing the existing ground and also the corridor. So as you can see here, this is the alignment, and then for the profile, it's showing the existing ground. So the existing ground is a surface that I've turned off to no display, and then it's showing this road corridor surface, the top surface of this road corridor. So this is the existing ground, and then this is the surface for the corridor, for the existing corridor moving from south all the way to northwest here. Then we have a design profile for this alignment. So we want to demonstrate how to design an overpass. So I want to go on top of this road, and this road will be underneath the overpass. So this is the design profile, and this is the existing ground surface, and this is the top road corridor surface. All right, let's start. So when I want to do this, I want to start by creating a mark point here, a mark block. So I go to the insert tab. I want to show you something here. So I go to the insert tab. I select this mark point, and then I put it here at the intersection between this alignment and this other alignment. All right, so I want to project this object, this mark point object, onto this road corridor surface, the existing road corridor surface. So what do? I just go here to home. First of all, I select the surface, and then here at the surface tools, you'll see some commands you can move to surface. So I move block to surface, and then I'm prompted to select the block. So my block of choice that I want to move to that surface is the marker point. So I select that, and now that object has been moved to that surface. Now I want to project it to this profile view. So I go to the profile view, and once the contextual tab shows up, here I say I go to project objects to profile view. Then I'm prompted to select the object to add to profile view, and then I go to that object, I select that object, and I hit enter. And I want to project these to the layout profile, the design profile. So I select the layout profile, and here I have a label style that I created, but I will demonstrate how I created that. So I just go with the basic one first, and then I click OK, and I click OK. Then if you go back to the profile, you will see that this object has been projected on the design profile. Okay, so I want to change it so that this exaggeration does not occur. You can see the object is exaggerated vertically. So I select the object, I right click, and I go to edit projection style. And this pop-up will appear. So here I want to remove this vertical exaggeration. So I go to the profile tab, and then I check the vertically exaggerate, and then I apply, and I click OK. And now you can see it's not vertically exaggerated anymore. So there we go. We have our object projected, and here what I want to see is the difference between the existing ground and this profile level. Currently it's just showing me the profile level 1757, and I need to come here and check 1758. It's just showing me the elevation of the ground. I mean, it's not showing me the elevation of the profile. So I need to come here and check the elevation of the profile, and then I do my subtractions. That's very tedious. So I want to create an expression that will give me this automatically. So what do I do? Let me go to the settings tab here, and I go to the profile view labels. So you can see profile view labels, and I go to label styles. Then here at the projection, I want to create an expression. So I create a new, let me call it diff2 difference, or let me just call it difference. And then what I want to do for this difference, I just want to have the projection elevation minus the source elevation. And then I click OK. So I want to copy one of these projection labels, and I want to put that expression into force. So I call it diff2. I created diff1. So I call it diff2, and here at the layout tab, this is where I get to put the expression. So here at the contents, I want to show the elevation. I want to show the elevation difference. So here I select the difference that I've just created. This is the expression I've just created, and I take it to this side. If I want the precision to be different and all that, I can change that, but I just want it to be the way it is. So I click OK. And I apply, and I click OK. So now we can see we have our new diff2 here. And now when I come to this object and select it, and I go to projection object properties. So let me click again, go to projection object properties. Here I want to change the label style to what we've just created right now, and I want to apply. So now you can see here we have the elevation difference. So we have the elevation difference. Currently it's showing us it's 4.363. So if you're targeting a particular elevation difference, so you can raise or you can lower your profile. So you can see as you raise it, you can see it also changes very easily here. So if I'm targeting, let's say 5, I come and change it there as my height for the overpass. So you don't want the vehicles passing down here to be touching the bridge deck up above. So now that we have it there, let's continue with our overpass design. We now have our profile view, and we can see even the elevation difference quite easily. So this will be the top side of the bridge deck. So we will get to see how we can work with this headroom by the end of this tutorial. So let's continue. So what I want to do is I want to create the assembly or the road corridor running from this side or to the top onto the other side. So the overpass corridor. So I will start by creating the assemblies that I'm going to use on that corridor. So here I will select assembly, and I will create the assembly. And I will start with the assembly for the bridge. So let me just call the bridge assembly. And then I will put it here. So I will turn off this tool space, and then I go to the tool palettes, and here I will select the bridge tab, and I will select the first bridge option, and then I will put it here. Put it on the assembly, and then I can change its properties. So I just Control-1 and change its properties. So let me just put it at 5.4. It's now 5.3. and here 5.4 again. So everything else I'll leave them at default, and I might want to change this code cell style. See, so here I want to view edit. I want to see that shading. So there we go, we have the bridge deck. Next, I want to select a portion which will not have a daylight, which I will create the abutment with. So here I create another assembly. So I create another assembly. Click OK. And for this, I will just copy the lanes from up here. So I select this lane and I copy it to this point, to this new assembly. And I want it to be the same slope and the same width as the abutment. So I will select here 5.4, and then I will mirror it to the other side. All right. So now that we have that, the next thing is I will create the one which has daylights. I will create the assembly that has daylights. So we'll call it Overpass. And then I put it here. And then I copy this again. I copy it here. And then I copy this daylight. I put it here. Next, we will mirror this. So we mirror this. We mirror it to the other side. And there we go. Now we have our assemblies that we will apply to the different regions of this overpass. All right, so let's create the corridor. So I create a corridor here at the create design panel, and here I select the alignment here called overpass, and if I want to select it, I just select it from the drawing. This is the alignment that I want, and then it's prompting me to select the profile. So the profile is called layout, and then I hit enter. And then here for the assembly, I get to choose the assembly. So I'll start with this overpass assembly, and then we will edit it. And then the target surface will be the topo surface. Then we apply, we rebuild the corridor. There we have it. We have a corridor running from this side to this side. So there's something I want to delete. I saw some surfaces here that I need to delete. So let me go to the prospector. I just want the two surfaces to appear. So here, okay, I want to delete this volume surface. I don't want it. So I just want those three surfaces for now. So let's continue. Now I want to break this corridor into regions so that we have the bridge deck region, we have the abutment region, and then we have the normal road corridor region. So here I just want the overpass right next to the road. So here I will just say, let's say from 240 to 320. That's why I need the overpass from 240 to from 240 to 320. Yeah. So let's do that. So let's break this existing not this existing, this corridor I've just created into those regions. So I split this corridor from 240. Yeah, so we've split it there. And let me split it here at 320. So yeah, it's now split. And let me put that assembly that we created. So I go to modify region properties, and then I select the region. And here for the assembly, I want to change this to bridge. And let me change the frequency here to something along tangents. I want the frequency to increase, let's say to 5. So there we have it. We have a bridge depth. And if we view this in object viewer, we'll get to see what's happening. So you can see, there we go. We have a corridor, then we have the bridge section. All right. So I want to break this again at this point. I want to break it at this point so that we have the abutment section. So let me see. So let me split. Let me just select the corridor again, and I go to split region. Let me just split it at this point. And then let me split this again at this point. All right, then we escape. So what I want to do is to also edit the region properties. So I select this region, and I want to put this as and apply. And I apply. So what I want to do is I want to grade from this point to down there. So I see there's a difference here. So we will rectify that, don't worry. All right, so I want to grade this section so that we have side slopes from here to the existing ground. So there are two ways to do it. I will demonstrate the first way, or the first method on this side using feature lines, and then I will demonstrate the other method on the other side using an alignment. So how we do that? First of all, we first create a surface here, the top surface. So let me put off these tool palettes. Let me turn off the tools, the tool space, I mean, and then the properties, let me turn off those. So next, what I want to do is that I want to create a surface for this corridor. I want to create a top surface. Go to corridor properties, and then I go to the surfaces tab. And then here I create a surface called top overpass. And then I put the link codes that I want, and then I want to here to restrain that surface to the corridor extends, and then I apply. I rebuild the corridor, so the corridor surface has been built. As you can see, this is the surface. If we go to object viewer, we will be able to view it. That's the surface. So just close this, and then I want to create a feature line that will go down around this abutment section. So let me just create that polyline first. So I will create a polyline, PL, and then I will start here. I will take it up to this point where the bridge starts, and then take it up to this point, and then bring it back at this point. All right. So this polyline is what I'm going to change into a feature line. Then we're going to grade from that. So I select the polyline and I go here to feature lines and I create a feature line from object. So once I create a feature line from object, I want to assign it elevations from the top surface that we've just created. So here the surface that I'm selecting is the top overpass, not the top surface. So I click OK, and now we have a feature line. So if I click here, you can see we have a feature line. So what I want to do is to create a grading. So I go here to create grading creation tools. Yeah, so the grading group is okay. So I want to target the topo surface. Topo surface is off, but it's existing. So that's the existing ground surface. And then here the layer is okay. So I want to grade to surface. So there are different methods here. There's grade to distance, there's grade to elevation. I want to grade to surface. So here I start my grading. Create grading, and I select the feature line. It's a feature line that I need. So I'm prompted to select the side. I want it to grade to this side, the outside side. And it's asking me whether I apply this to the entire length. I click yes. And I click slope method. I want a 1:1 slope. So I click enter. The fill, it also needs to be a 1:1. So I click enter. And right now the grading has been formed. Okay, so something that was not formed was the surface. So let's see. So we can create that later. So the grading surface can be created way later. So but we can look at the grading for now. So if you right click and go to object viewer, you can be able to see that grading. So we can see the grading. If you put it as solid or realistic, we can be able to see that. So we have that. So the other method I'm going to demonstrate on this other side is by using an alignment. So what I will do is, first of all, create an assembly that I will use on the alignment to do the grading. So here, let me create the assembly. So just call it a grading alignment. Then I click OK. And then this one will only have a link to surface as the sub-assembly. So here I go to generic. I look for link slope to surface. So I click that and I select. And I need to change the properties of this link. So first of all, I want to slope at negative 100, which is 1:1. Sorry. escape. I don't want another link, I just want this one link. Then I go to properties, which is control 1, and I want its slope to be negative 100, which is 1:1. So I want to create an alignment that will follow that grading that I've just created, and I'll create a corridor out of that. So let me just go to home, and then for alignment, I want to go to alignment creation tools, call it grading alignment. And then I click OK. So I don't want labels. I click no labels. I click OK. Just create tangents. Start at this point, this corner here. Come to this corner. Go to this corner. And then I finish at this corner. Great. Escape. So I'm going to create a corridor out of this. So the corridor will just be a grading. And then I click here on corridor. And here for the alignment, it's the alignment I've just created. So let me see. I can see it in the list. Yes. And then, first of all, the reason why it's not being seen is because we haven't created a surface, a profile. So I will just create a profile first. So I select the alignment and then I create a surface profile. And I add the top surface, top overpass. That's the one I need. And then I draw in profile view. I just create profile view. Just put it next to this one. So there we go. So I wonder why we have that kink, but let's just do it. So we go, we create the corridor again. Called grading, and here I select the alignment. Now we'll be able to find it and be able to find and here let's create the, that's the profile I need. And the assembly is the grading alignment assembly. And the target surface here is the topo surface. And we click OK. And we apply. We're prompted to rebuild the corridor. So there it goes. We have the grading. But as you notice, there's something that odd about it. So what we need to do is we need to create curves in between those alignments, tangents. So what I will do, I will create, I will select the alignment, and then go to geometry editor, and here I want to insert a fillet. So free curve between two entities and radius. So I just put a very small curve in between these tangents. So I click on the alignment, select next entity. So is the curve less than 180? Yes. And then I specify the radius. I just put something very small as 0.1. And then I go to the next side. So where's the alignment? Alignment, select the next entity. I select the alignment again. It will be less than 180, the curve radius or the curve angle. I specify the radius, which is 0.1, and I hit enter. So now I can rebuild the corridor. I can now rebuild this. I right click. So remember, this is a corridor. And now you can see it does a very good grading. So now we have the overpass section. So something we need to put to align these grading slopes. So we need these grading slopes to match our grading slopes. So I will select the corridor on this side. Oh, sorry, I need to edit it at this point. So this is where I need to edit. So I want my fill and cut slopes to be 1:1, and the cut slope to be 1:1, so that it matches the grading at the abutment. I also want for my left side to be the same. And now we can rebuild this corridor. So I've selected the surface, I want the corridor. So I can right click and go to rebuild corridor. And there we have it. We have a uniform corridor. So the problem about these two methods of creating the grading is that for the feature line, it's not dynamic to the surface. So when you raise this profile or you lower this profile, it may not be dynamic, so it may not update. But when you raise this side, for this side where we created the grading using the alignment, it's very easy to update. So it's dynamic to the road corridor surface. So let's have a look at this overpass in 3D. So let's just change our view. Let me just close this. Let's go to view. We close this palette as well. So I want to have 2 vertical configurations, and for this I want to go at an angle. So you can see we have a corridor. So let's just put it to realistic. See what's happening. So there we go. We can see our 2 roads. So we have a road here and we have the overpass going above this other road. So, and if we go closer, you can see that's it. You can see down there. So I want to stop it from rotating. So let me just hit escape, and I can go to the home view. I can go to the home view. It's taking some time to register. So let me just go to this other tab. At least we've seen what's happening. And then let me go back to a single viewport. So there you can see we have the 2, and we can even calculate the volumes for these abutments if you want to. So if I click on that, I click to volume, grading volume tools, select surface must be set in the grading group properties. So if we go to grading group properties, so this is where I need to put the surface. So here I select creating automatic surface, and the surface style will be this. So let's just click OK, and the volume based surface will be the topo surface. So you apply and you click OK. So remember I told you can create this surface later, and now if you go to 3D you can be able to see the 2 surfaces are similar. So now I can even compute the volume of that fill. It's very easy. So I come here to grading volume tools, and I just click enter, and you can see the fill is 90. 977 cubic meter, which is a lot. So just click close, and that's how to create an overpass. So what we want to see here is whether we have enough height for vehicles to pass down here. We want to see whether we have enough height. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a volume surface. So first of all, I'll create the surface at the bottom of this bridge, and then I will create the volume surface that will compare the existing ground surface and this surface. All right, so let's do that. Let's do that. So what I will do is I will click again on this corridor, and I go to corridor properties, and here at the surfaces I want to create another surface. I will call it datum, and for its style I will put it a triangle so that I'll be able to see them, contours and triangles. And then for the links, I want to have the bridge links. So that's what I want to see onto the bridge links, and then I add them, use them as break lines, and then for the boundary here I want to also restrict it to the corridor extents. To rebuild the corridor, and there you go, we have the surface. So this is the surface underneath the bridge. You can see it's very good. It's underneath the bridge. So we can be able to compare it with the existing surface so that we can be able to see whether there is enough room to pass for the vehicles down there to pass. So let's do that. Let's create a volume surface. So if I go home, I go to tool space, I go to prospector. Here I want to create a surface, and I want it to be a thin volume surface, and I want it to have an elevation banding. This is very good. And then for the base surface, I want to select the base surface. The base surface is the topo surface. It's just close to the existing corridor surface. It's pretty at the same level, so that's what I will use to compare the headroom. And then I will compare with the datum surface. And there we go, we have the banding there. So we do not know what this means for now. So what I will do is I will select that volume surface that we just created. So it's called surface 1. I needed to give it a different name, but it's the only volume surface here, so it's easy to see. So I select it, and I go to its properties. Here at the analysis, I just want four bands, and I put that. So you can see I want my minimum to be 4.5. So I can even create 2 bands. So let me just create 2 bands. So a red one and so here I want it to be 4.5. Anything less than 4.5, anything that is red, we don't want it. So here from 4.5 to the end. Sorry. So you can see most of our deck is actually not able to have vehicles pass. So what I will just do is just raise this. And then we rebuild the corridor. So as I told you, this does not adjust. So you can see this one adjusts. So this grading does not adjust. So let's see whether we can reach to that point where we have it all purple. So we rebuild the corridor again. So there must be something wrong here. So actually we took it very high. So actually we took it very high. This is too high. This is too high. So let's now just go to the properties of this surface again. Let's go to the analysis tools. So here we just initialize again. So anything beyond 0.5, we have it now. I think everything is now okay. So we will have it as so I need to just go to the properties again, see some red here. So this should be 4.5. Still showing some red. So let's just check. Let me select this. Let's go to annotate. So add spot elevations. Let's just check the spot elevations. I'll put off this now. Check the spot elevations at this point. Oh, it's still less than 4.5. Let's raise it again. Let's rebuild the corridors. So this is outdated. So let's rebuild. And now we can see almost everything is now in purple, except this part. And this part is not along the pathway. So vehicles are moving down here and they have, everything is above 4.5 and you have enough room for a vehicle to pass. So as you can see, the disadvantage of having creating this slope or this daylights using the grading method or the feature line method is that the feature line is not dynamic. and therefore it's a bit difficult for it to be to match up with the edits that you're making as you change the level of your profile. So this method is a bit more better. So this is how you create an overpass, and let's just look at it in 3D. Let's look at it in Object Viewer. So I also selected the alignments. I was not supposed to select that. So there you have it. You have your road crossing, you have your overpass there, and you have your abutment there. Everything is okay. So we need to update this. So this feature line, let me see how we can move it to the existing surface, the existing top surface. It's a bit difficult, so we'll have to remove this and probably do the same as we did for this side. So a feature line, let me just delete it together with this grading, and then let me create an alignment. Grading alignment 2. No labels, this is okay. So remember, I can create it using tangents, and then I will add that little curve in between those tangents. Good. You're finishing this up. Very good. And then I'll create a profile for this. It's the top overpass. I draw in profile view, create profile view. I just put it here next to this one. And then I select that. Sorry, I create a corridor. So I select that profile, that alignment. Hit enter. So first of all, I think I need to reverse this alignment, because we need to have this on the right side. So alignment, let me reverse the direction. It's okay. So let me just create the corridor now. Home corridor. So this is the alignment. So let me select the profile view here. This is the profile view, or the profile, I mean, it's profile. Enter. And then the assembly is the grading assembly. And then the target surface should be the topo surface. We apply, we rebuild the corridor. Let's go back and see whether it's now properly rebuilt. So remember, we need to put the corners, we need to put the curves. So I select the alignment again, and I put the curves. So I go to Geometry Editor, I put a free curve in between the entities. So I come here, select the alignment, the next entity is the alignment, and then I put the curve. Select first entity, so this is the first entity. It's an alignment. Select the next entity. So let me just, start with this. I reversed the direction, sorry. So I select the entity and then I select the next entity. So remember the direction. So it's less than 180, and then I specify the radius, which is 0.1. Then I select again the entities. Simple. Set the alignment. Alignment less than 180, and then I put it 0.1. And now I escape. So I need to rebuild this. And there we have it. We have a clean grading now. And now let me just put off this. Let me put off surface properties, information, and then I put it on no display. We also put the surface off. Let's have a look at this in 3D. So we go to View, so look at this in realistic mode. We zoom in. And there we have it. There we have it. Very nice. We can add our vehicles there, and we can make it more beautiful. So thank you for watching this video, and I would encourage you to like, comment if you have any questions, and subscribe to the channel and share with other people. And remember, in this channel we also have a membership. So if you want insights on more videos, on more tutorials, more guidance on Civil 3D, please consider joining our membership. So see you in the next video.